Some games are extremely tough to speedrun and others are nearly impossible. Does this deter gamers from giving it their all? Obviously not. Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the video games that are very difficult to speedrun. Video games cater to almost every age group. Everyone has memories with different video games that they are going to cherish for their lifetime. Video games are increasingly being used in classrooms. Scientists who research them believe there is little evidence to indicate if they may genuinely boost learning, and most agree that teachers still outperform games in all but a few situations. However, there is mounting evidence that certain forms of video games can help people perform better on a limited range of tasks. What is speedrunning? For those who are new with the concept, speedrunning is exactly what it sounds like: completing a video game in the shortest amount of time feasible. There are thousands of speedrunning videos on YouTube, with hundreds more being added every day, ranging from platform to action games. While short and simple games may appear to be the logical alternatives for such an undertaking, many people consider the difficulty of a game to be part of the challenge. After all, completing an easy game quickly isn't nearly as remarkable as blasting through a notoriously difficult game in record time. There's a record for almost any game imaginable, though some are much more competitive than others. So now let's get on with the top 10 hardest video games to speedrun. Number 10. The Lion King. The Lion King was made to be extremely tough to finish, not because the game's creators were cruel or anything, but because they intended to encourage people to buy rather than rent the game. What a smart move that is! It's a tactic that appears to have paid off for them, since the game is estimated to have sold over 4 million copies during its lifetime. This was aided by the fact that the game was released for both the Genesis and the SNES, albeit the two versions differ slightly. The second level of the Genesis version is notoriously challenging, with puzzle and platforming aspects that will have less experienced players weeping and tearing their hair out. This hasn't stopped players from speedrunning the game, with the current record holder completing it in under 12 minutes and 19 seconds. Isn't that amazing? Number 9. Cloudberry Kingdom. Cloudberry Kingdom is a PlayStation 3 platformer with hundreds of different levels that has released in 2013. Many individuals have attempted and failed to complete the game on YouTube, even with the assistance of instructions. Then, there are those who can beat it in a matter of hours. What? Yes, you heard it right. Despite Cloudberry's reputation as one of the system's most difficult games, the speedrunning community has amassed some absurdly incredible times. The current record holder finished the game's story mode in just over an hour and 10 minutes, which is faster than most players can finish the first chapter on their own. Number 8. Bloodborne. All of the Dark Souls games are extremely difficult, but Bloodborne is possibly the most so. Don't you agree with us? The adversaries are difficult to defeat with very specific patterns, and the controls can be difficult to comprehend. As a result, just getting the feel of the game, let alone beating it, might take a few hours. Many people give up after the first boss. However, some individuals can sail through the entire game in under an hour. Over the last 6 months, the percentage record has been lowered below 20 minutes, and the game has been completed in under an hour and 2 minutes, including fighting all of the bosses. Number 7. Doom. Doom is arguably one of the most popular and influential first-person shooter games of all time, having been ported to nearly every console available. With that in mind, it's no surprise that it's a popular choice for speedrunners, with many people attempting to break the record throughout the years. It's difficult to say how many hours of practice it takes to get proficient enough at the game to accomplish the kinds of times that some of them do, but it's likely hundreds of hours. In any case, the fastest time for completing all 4 episodes of Ultimate Doom on UV speed is under 20 minutes. Number 6. Spelunky. Spelunky, an indie platformer with simple but well-developed mechanics, has a cult following among roguelike players. It's demanding, but deaths are rarely cheap, and the satisfaction gained from completing a difficult portion more than compensates for a few frustrating moments. The game's popularity within the speedrunning community stems from this and the fact that it takes less than 2 minutes to complete the game. The current time is 97 seconds, and the game was completed in less than 26 minutes, including collecting all 114 journal entries. Number 5. Outlast. To speedrun competitively, many games necessitate frame-flawless inputs and a thorough mastery of the mechanics. Outlast, on the other hand, derives much of its difficulties from the requirement that players remain constantly aware of their surroundings. All it takes is a little gap in focus to finish a run. Thankfully, many speedrunners have this kind of dedication in spades, allowing them to tear through the game's main campaign at inhuman speeds. The current 100% time is just over 35 minutes, while the other percentage time is just over 8 minutes. Both of these times are far more insane than anything found within the game's asylum. Number 4. Cuphead. Cuphead is one of the most challenging run-and-gun games available. Although the controls and concept are simple, the game itself is not. Over the years, it has created innumerable frustrations for players, but as is often the case, the speedrunning community has figured it out. Players have been able to blast through the game's 20 stages in a remarkably short amount of time, even on the game's most challenging difficulty setting. The current expert difficulty record holder completed the course in just 25 minutes and 15 seconds, a time that will likely be difficult to beat. Can you beat it? Number 3. The Super Mario series. Super Mario is a classic. Who doesn't love Super Mario? Although a search for Mario speedruns on YouTube suggests otherwise, the Super Mario series should be another challenging one to complete quickly. Many players have mastered the art of speedrunning games, which would have appeared impossible just 2 decades ago. While speedrunners enjoy all of the games in the series, Super Mario 64 is widely regarded as the Holy Grail. There are several different categories, but the 120-star run is by far the most difficult. Cheese is the current record holder, having completed the game in an astounding 1 hour 38 minutes and 25 seconds. Number 2. The Legend of Zelda series. In a similar vein, speedrunning the Legend of Zelda games has become popular, from classics like Ocarina of Time to the series' most recent addition, Breath of the Wild. Some may be perplexed as to why someone would want to speedrun a game like Breath of the Wild when there is so much to absorb, yet lots of people do. What do you think? Should people speedrun the Legend of Zelda series? It's impossible that the internet and gaming community's clout has a lot to do with it, but for some, it's simply a matter of proving to themselves that they can. Player_5, a speedrun.com user who just slashed the Breath of the Wild to just 26 minutes and 24 seconds, has nothing to prove. Number 1. Skyrim. Skyrim is notorious for snapping social lives and needing hours and hours of playtime to accomplish. Of course, the idea of trying to speedrun it may sound strange to the ordinary player, but it's actually not as difficult as it appears at first glance. The game's length is largely due to its numerous side tasks and distractions, with the main story requiring only a few hours to complete. Of course, doing so as rapidly as some speedrunners have accomplished requires a tremendous degree of talent. The current record is under 30 minutes, which translates to about 23 minutes when loading times are factored in. Isn't that too quick? Which one out of these is your favorite, and which one did you find the hardest to speedrun? What is your time of speedrun? Tell us your favorite video games which we didn't mention in our list. Which game are you planning to play next? Tell us all of this and give your suggestions in the comment section down below. Do share this with your friends and family as much as you can, and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such interesting videos, and press that bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. We hope you enjoyed watching our video. Goodbye.